The Easter Jeep Safari is an epic gathering of off-roaders that takes place in Moab, Utah every year, and the folks at Jeep always put together something special for the event. So we're here in Auburn Hills at Jeep's HQ to take a look at the 7 Easter Jeep concepts, starting with this one, the new CJ66. The Jeep CJ66 concept, which originally debuted at the 2016 SEMA show, sits on top of a frame from a Wrangler TJ, while the body comes from a 1966 Jeep Wrangler CJ, hence the name. Powering this back-to-basics Jeep is a 5.7-liter Hemi making 383 horsepower hooked up to a 6-speed manual transmission. A Mopar cold air intake and Mopar catback exhaust make sure that you get maximum performance from this engine, while front and rear Mopar Dana 44 crate axles make sure that this Wrangler can crawl over the rocks. Keeping you above the rocks in the CJ66 is a 2-inch lift, while the concept rides on 35-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain tires wrapped around 17-inch beadlock wheels. To make sure that it's eye-catching, the CJ66 is finished with a copper canyon paint job, while custom matte black graphics down the sides and on the hood really set this thing off. Mopar LED amber fog lamps and a Mopar worn winch are also added. Moving inside, this concept features a cool cropped windshield, while the passengers both ride in custom Dodge Viper seats, which feature concept seat risers. There's also a custom-built roll cage, bikini top netting, Mopar instrument panel gauges, and Mopar all-weather floor mats. If you're off-roading at night and you need a vehicle to lead the way, this one is perfect. It's the new Jeep Luminator concept. As the name implies, the Jeep Luminator concept is all about lights, and this thing packs a ton of them. The concept features magnetic underbody rock lights, powerful 7-inch LED projector bifunction headlamps, unique LED taillights, A-pillar mounted high-powered LED spotlights, upper bumper auxiliary lighting with corner fog lamps, and low-profile integrated overhead LED auxiliary spotlights protected behind the windshield. But wait, there's even more, as the Luminator also includes LED versions of the standard fog lamps and grille-mounted turn signals. The LED light mounted to the hood is extra special, as it comes with active spot and dynamic following technology. That allows it to deliver spot lighting to avoid wildlife or hazards on the trail ahead. Now out back, Jeep has devised a clever 4-color LED system for going off-roading. If you are at a stop, the lights will go red. From 1 to 3 miles per hour, they'll turn to amber, while from 3 to 25 miles per hour, the lights will go green. And finally, you can set them to white if you want rear flood lighting. Other features on this concept include a roof-mounted solar panel, a drone landing pad, and a touch interactive display mounted on the driver's side rear window, which allows you to link to GPS and internet services. Probably the most hardcore off-roader of this year's Easter Jeep concepts is sitting right here beside me, the new Jeep Switchback concept. The Jeep Switchback concept is probably the most realistic of this year's Easter Jeep concepts, as it features an assortment of Mopar and Jeep performance parts. Some of the things that make this Switchback concept off-road ready include a front and rear Dana 44 axle, a 4-inch lift with remote reservoir Fox shocks, heavy-duty cast differential covers, special 10th anniversary steel front and rear bumpers, a Rubicon winch, a unique Rubicon grille, a winch guard, and a cold air intake on the engine. Powering this concept is the standard 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 found in all Wranglers, mated to a 5-speed automatic. On top of that cold air intake, an axle-back exhaust is also added to pull a little bit more out of this engine. Now thanks to that big lift, 37-inch BF Goodrich Mud Terrain KM2s sit underneath the Switchback, wrapped around 17-inch wheels. Now providing some unique looks and a little bit of functionality is a concept hood and those half doors. Also added purely for styling are Jeep Performance Parts high-top fender flares, a Mopar black fuel door, and those tail lamp guards. Some special lighting is also part of the package, with an LED off-road windshield light bar mounted up high, while there are also LEDs mounted on the A-pillars. Moving inside, the Switchback offers some comfort with catskin leather seats and some nice style with body color accents. What we really like though is that the floor has been coated with spray-in bed liner material, making it tough and ready for action. Jeeps are famous for their open-air driving experience thanks to those removable doors and roof, while the Jeep Safari concept, takes that to a new level. Jeep says that this Safari concept is the most family-focused here, as it brings a great view of the outdoors to all of its passengers. To do so, the Jeep Safari features a translucent hardtop roof panel along with a unique feature which Jeep calls wind doors. Now Jeep says the back doors open like a cabinet, but we all know those are called suicide doors and they make getting into the back seat even easier. Besides those clear body parts, the Safari concept features a 2-level aluminum cargo rack with an incorporated drone, a raked windshield, boat-sided rocker panels, LED headlamps, and of course LED taillights. So as I said, this Safari concept is supposed to be family focused. So Jeep says that the 2 rear bucket seats are slightly rotated outboard, making it easier for rear seat occupants to watch what's going on outside. And of course, Jeep didn't forget about capability, as the Safari gets a front and rear Dana 44 axle equipped with selectable diff lockers and a 2-inch lift. Underneath the Safari is a pair of 35-inch BF Goodrich Mud Terrain KM2 tires wrapped on custom 18-inch wheels. Powering the concept is the standard 3.6-liter Pentastar V6 engine, which is mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission. Finally, the Jeep Safari should be tough. It comes with custom full-length skid plates, steel front and rear bumpers, upgraded brakes, and an integrated onboard air system which allows you to air down the tires and reinflate them. Now, seriously, I didn't think you would ever see a vehicle that was ready for the sand dunes and looked this cool. This is the new Jeep Quicksand concept. The Jeep Quicksand concept proves that hot rods can be off-roaders, and we absolutely love its sexy style. Under the hood, you'll find a beautiful Mopar 392 crate Hemi engine with 8-stack injection, mated to a 6-speed manual transmission. A large cutout in the hood allows you to drool over this engine, and those open headers just add to that vintage hot rod feel. Now this concept is based off a Wrangler, and while it does have a longer wheelbase than the standard Jeep, it also comes with a trimmed front and rear body and a chopped hardtop and windshield. Now the Quicksand also features an open top and open windows all the time to make sure you can appreciate the sounds coming from that 392. Inside, the interior is totally minimalist, featuring 2 front low-back bucket seats, flat aluminum door panels, tilt-out windshield glass, and a chrome roll bar. But don't let its good looks fool you, this concept is built for the sand. Now it comes with a staggered tire setup, which is a trait never before used on any Jeep concept. It features 32-inch BF Goodrich Mud Terrain KM2 tires in the front and a set of 37-inch Mud Terrains out back. All 4 of the tires are wrapped around 18-inch vintage kidney bean alloy wheels. And to make sure the Quicksand can get out of whatever it gets into, a worn winch is concealed in the front bumper, while a recovery rope is located in the rear, replacing what looks like a drag racer's parachute. Now the cool thing about these Jeep concepts is that they're all ready to tackle the rocks. But it's also fun to see the Jeep engineers and designers having a little bit of fun. Case in point, the shift knob in this Quicksand concept is a Hot Wheels car encased in resin, and it just looks so cool. And the best part is that we're gonna be able to drive all of these concepts in just a week and a half in Moab. So make sure you come back to check that out.